from Rustic Emerald.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. So, Madam Speaker, island fishers are still not allowed to commercially fish mackerel. And now, Madam Speaker, I mean, mackerel don't respect international boundaries and quite often go down into the shared waters with the United States where, Madam Speaker, U.S. fishers are allowed to fish mackerel. That's not only unfair, Madam Speaker, but it's most likely detrimental to our mackerel population that U.S. fishers can harvest mackerel while PEI fishers can't. A question to the Minister of Fisheries, Tourism, Sport and Culture. Holy mackerel, Minister, what are you going to do to address this issue?
The Honourable Minister of Fisheries, Tourism, Sport and Culture.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'll try to answer that question. Yes, no, I understand it doesn't quite make sense that because it's the same stock and it travels obviously in the winter and then the U.S. fishes it. We've relayed that. I know the federal minister and DFO is aware of that, and I know they're working on lobbying the U.S. government on aligning with us to close that fishery as well. Does it make sense?
The Honourable Member from Rustic Emerald, your first supplementary.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. So, meanwhile, on the other side of the equation, our island fishers, like lobster fishers, are having to import food-grade fish to use as bait in their lobster traps, and they're paying record prices, Madam Speaker. But our waters here on Prince Edward Island seem to be full of striped bass. And fishers believe that the striped bass could be used for bait, but they also may be having a detrimental impact on the mackerel population. So another question to the Minister of Fisheries, Tourism, Sport and Culture. Minister, our mackerel are taking a striping. What studies have you commissioned or lobbied for to determine the impact of striped bass on mackerel in the waters off of PEI?
The Honourable Minister of Fisheries, Tourism, Sport and Culture.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Speaker. We haven't commissioned any reports. DFO would conduct the studies on this. I believe striped bass is currently in the cautious zone, which means it can't be used as a commercial fishery. There's a recreational fishery, but I think DFO's latest report they did was in 2022, and it was still in the cautionary zone, so it can't be used as a commercial fishery right now.
The Honourable Member from Rustic Emerald, your second supplementary.
Well, thank you, Madam Speaker, and I'm looking for action from this minister. And we see that the striped bass recreational fishery is thriving, and the commercial fishers I've spoken to, they would like to fish striped bass. They could be used as bait, they could be sold for consumption, and I know the minister is working with the federal government, but let's not take no for an answer, Mr. Speaker. Or Madam Speaker, a question to the Minister of Fisheries, Tourism, Sport and Culture. Minister, are you going to get off your recreational bass and pursue a commercial striped bass fishery here on PEI?
The Honourable Minister of Fisheries, Tourism, Sport and Culture.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Obviously, commercial fishers would like to fish it, but if the science and DFO says that there's not enough fish to support that, then we can't just fish it until it's all gone because we need a healthy ecosystem. We can't just have lobster. There has to be a number of species for a healthy ecosystem. So DFO has the science in 2022, their latest report that says it's in the cautionary zone. And if it's in the cautionary zone, it can't be fished commercially. Thank you.